Hi guys! If you are a fan of film and pragmatics at the same time, this video is totally suitable for you. So, first of all, just enjoy the movie.
Mom. You're making weird faces again.
No, I'm not.
You make weird faces, honey.
Do you have to read at the table?
Yeah.
Smaller bites, Dash. Yikes. Bob, could you help the carnivore cut his meat?
Ow.
Dash, you have something you want to tell your father about school?
Well, we dissected a frog.
Dash got sent to the office again.
Good.
No, Bob, that's bad.
What?
Dash got sent to the office again.
What? What for?
He
Nothing.
put a tack on the teacher's chair during class.
Nobody saw me. You could barely see it on the tape.
They caught you on tape and you still got away with it? Whoa! You must have been booking. How fast do you think you were
Bob,
going?
we are not encouraging this.
I'm not encouraging. I'm just asking how fast you
Honey!
Great. First the car, now I gotta pay to fix the tape.
The car? What happened to the car?
Here, I'm getting a new plate.
So, how about you, Vi? How was school?
Nothing to report.
You've hardly touched your food.
I'm not hungry for meatloaf.
Well, it is leftover night. We have steak, pasta. What are you hungry for?
Tony Ridinger.
Shut up!
Well, you are.
I said shut up, you little insect.
Oh, she is.
Do not shout at the table. Honey?
Kids, listen to your mother.
She'd eat if we were having Tony loaf.
That's it!
Stop!
We're gonna be toast!
Stop coming in the house!
No! Sit down!
Hey, no force fields!
You started it!
You sit down! You sit down!
Simon J. Palladino, longtime advocate of superhero rights, is missing. Gazer beam.
Bob, it's time to engage! Do something! Don't just stand there! I need you to intervene!
You want me to intervene? Okay, I'm intervening! I'm intervening!
Sister Violet, let go of your brother!
Get the door.
Hey, Lucius!
Hey, Speedo. Hey, Helen. Bye. Jack.
Nice of you to drop by.
Never heard that one before.
Lucius!
Whoa! Haha.
Oh, I like it when it chatters.
I'll be back later.
Hey, where are you two going?
It's Wednesday.
Bowling night. Say hello to Honey for me, Lucius.
What we'll do, good night, Helen. Good night, kids.
Don't think you've avoided talking about your trip to the principal's office, young man. Your father and I are still going to discuss it.
I'm not the only kid who's been sent to the office, you know.
Other kids don't have superpowers. Now, it's perfectly normal.
Normal?
for you.
What do you know about normal? What does anyone in this family know about normal?
Now, wait a minute, young
we
lady.
act normal, Mom. I want to be normal. The only normal one is Jack, and he's not even toilet trained.
Generally speaking, there are so many pragmatical elements in this short video, but let's focus on two main fields here, the presupposition and the adjacency pair. So, what is presupposition? First of all, presupposition plays an important role in the production and comprehension of speech act. According to Hutchin 2000, a presupposition is something assumed to be true in a sentence which asserts other information. And Jung 2007 considers it an assumption by a speaker or writer about what is true or already known by the listener or reader. It deals with a necessary precondition for statements to be true.
There are 6 types of presupposition: existential, lexical, structural, factive, non-factive, and counterfactual presupposition. We have a look at the first one, existential presupposition. It claims that certain entities do exist. It is assumed to be presented either in possessive case or in any definite noun phrase. In the picture, the King of France is a definite noun phrase, and in this example, the presupposition may be France has a king. The second type of presupposition is lexical presupposition. It claims that the use of the certain form with its asserted meaning is interpreted with the presupposition that another meaning is understood. There are lexical forms and implicative verbs which is considered to be the source of lexical presupposition, such as manage, stop, start, and again. For example, when one says that I managed to stop watching Descendants of the Sun, the asserted meaning is that this person succeeded in some way. In addition, there are also structural presuppositions that are associated with the use of certain words and phrases. In this type, certain structures presuppose that part of the structure is assumed to be true. Speakers can use such structures to treat information as presupposed and hence to be accepted as true by the listeners. For instance, the WH forms such as when, what, where, or why can be used in this type. For example, why were you so rude? In this sentence, the presupposition may be you were so rude. Another type of presupposition is called factive presupposition, in which the information in the sentences is to denote facts. There are some factive verbs such as know, realize, regret, glad, remember, and aware, which are responsible for this type of presupposition. For example, when a speaker says, I regret not spending more time on the internet, that means he didn't spend much time on the internet. There exists another type of presupposition called non-factive presupposition, which is assumed not to be true. The verbs like dream, imagine, and pretend are used with the presupposition that what follows is not true. In the example, the woman in the gift dreams that she has a taco, so we can assume that she doesn't have a taco, and it's just her dream. Now, it is the last type of presupposition, counterfactual presupposition. It is the type which is presupposed not only not true, but also opposite to what is true or contrary to the facts. We use counterfactual conditionals like if clause to denote this kind of presupposition. In the example, the man says, if I had $1 million, I would buy millions of hot dogs. That means he just supposed that he had $1 million. In fact, he didn't have, and he cannot buy millions of hot dogs.
The next part is about adjacency pairs. Adjacency pairs are known as automatic patterns in the structures of conversation. Let's look at the following greeting as an example. Hi, how are you? Fine, thanks, and you? An adjacency pair is a sequence of two utterances by different speakers in conversation. The second is a response to the first, such as question, answer, request, acceptance, or refusal. Therefore, adjacency pairs always consist of a first part and a second part. The utterance of first part creates an expectation of the utterance of second part in the same pair. For example, hey pretty, can you have a date tomorrow? Sorry, I can't. I'm moving to another planet. Move on structural characteristics of adjacency pair. There are three characteristics of two parts of an adjacency pair. Firstly, they are contiguous and uttered by different speakers. Secondly, they are ordered, so the answer to a question can precede the question. Finally, they are made to avoid the situation of talking at cross purposes. Let's give a look at insertion sequences. Insertion sequence is an adjacency pair that interrupts the original one and puts it on hold. So, the interaction consists of an adjacency pair embedded within another one. Here is an example. So I call you back on your landline. What time? 8 a.m. That's okay. In this case, the girl initiates an instruction sequence to find out whether the time the boy intended to call her back was suitable or not.
Then, what about preference structure? In an adjacency pair, a first part that contains a request or an offer is typically made in the expectation that the second part will be an acceptance. An acceptance is structurally more likely than a refusal. This structure likelihood is called preference. Preference structure divides second parts into preferred and dispreferred social acts. The preferred is the structurally expected next act, and the dispreferred is the structurally unexpected next act. Now let's see some general patterns of preferred and dispreferred structure created by Levinson, 1983. So, if the first part in an assessment, the second part preferred structure is agree and dispreferred one is disagree. Then, the second part for an invitation which denotes preferred structure is accept and dispreferred is refuse. The second part of an offer is accept for preferred structure and decline for dispreferred one. Then, proposal would have agree as the preferred second part and disagree for the dispreferred structure. Finally, the request first part would have accept as preferred structure and refuse as dispreferred one. Preferred second parts tend to follow the first part without a pause and to consider structurally simple utterances. For example, do you like music? Yes, I do. On the other hand, dispreferred second parts tend to be preceded by a pause and to begin with a hesitation particle such as well or For example, would you like to go out with me tonight? Well, tonight I'm having a dinner with my boyfriend, so it is not possible. In any adjacency pair, silence in the second part is always an indication of a dispreferred response. So, how to do a dispreferred? There are so many ways here. First of all, delaying and hesitating by using pause, then prefacing, oh, well, expressing doubt, I'm not sure, I don't know, I have no idea. Talking in yes, I like to, that's great. Apologizing, I'm sorry but what a pity. Mentioning obligation, I must do, I'm expected in. Appealing for understanding, you see, you know. Making it non-personal, everybody else, out there. Giving an account, too much work, no time left. Using mitigatory, really? Mostly, sort of, kind of. Finally, hedging the negative, not possible. I guess not. Remember all the methods? I hope you so.
Dash got sent to the office again.
Good, good.
No, Bob, that's bad.
What?
Dash got sent to the office again.
What?
The situation is when the incredible family is having their dinner around the table. Helen, the mother, tells her husband about what Dash has done at school as he put a tag on the teacher chair during the class. She says, Dash got sent to the office again. Here we see the word again, which is iterative. A type of trigger that helps define this utterance is lexical presuppositions. It can be presupposed that Dash had been sent to the office at least one time before because of playing tricks to the teacher. The purpose of the utterance is not only to inform Bob about Dash's problem at school and expect his intervention, but also shows Helen's concern about her son's superpower.
They caught you on tape and you still got away with it? Whoa! You must have been booking. How fast do you think you were going?
The situation is when Bob hears that his son is caught on the tape for putting a tag on the teacher chair, but still gets away with it, thanks for his superpower. Instead of showing his angle, Bob feels excited about how fast his son was running. How fast did you think you were going? The presupposition used in Bob's utterance is structural presupposition, as it can be presupposed that the part of the structure "you were going fast" is assumed to be true. From the purpose of the utterance, we can see Bob seems to encourage his son's superpower and feel happy when he successfully uses it.
She'd eat if we were having Tony loaf.
The utterance happens when Helen's mom is asking Violet, the sister, about what food she is hungry for after seeing her daughter hardly touches her food. Dashed, the brother, knows that her sister is falling in love with a boy at school named Tony, so he irritates her sister by saying she would eat if we were having Tony love. It can be seen that the presupposition used in dash utterance is counterfactual because it can be presupposed that the real situation is on the contrary with what is spoken, that we are not having Tony love at the moment. We can determine that this utterance is counterfactual presuppositions thanks to the counterfactual conditional chicle, if. Moreover, the implied meaning of the utterance is that Dash wants to piss her sister off and make fun of her secret love.
Don't think you've avoided talking about your trip to the principal's office, young man. Your father and I are still going to discuss it.
I'm not the only kid who's been sent to the office, you know.
This utterance happens when Dash's father is going away, and his mother says he will not avoid his trip to the office because his parents will still discuss his letter. Dash then argues that I'm not the only kid who's been sent to the office, you know. Here we see the factive verb know, which happens to define the presupposition used in this utterance is factive presuppositions. It can be presupposed that there were other kids being sent to the office beside Dash. With this utterance, Dash's purpose is to defend that he is not the only naughty kid at school and make his mother think his fault is not so serious.
Now, let's look at 4 examples of preferred and dispreferred structures in the clip.
Dash, you have something you want to tell your father about school?
Well, we dissected a frog.
In these 2 utterances, the adjacency pairs are performing request, refuse. Helen, the mom, wants Dash to confess himself about the mistake he did at school to his dad, but Dash avoids the trouble by refusing to tell it. The second part of the adjacency pairs begins with hesitation particles, and a preface, well, together with the nervous face of Dash. So, this is a dispreferred response.
So, how about you, Vi? How's school?
Nothing to report.
Here, the adjacency pairs are question, answer. Helen wants to shift the conversation towards Violet, the daughter, by gently asking her day at school. However, Violet hedges the negative by saying nothing with a bored face, signals that she doesn't want to talk about it. So this is another dispreferred structure.
Intervene! You want me to intervene? Okay, I'm intervening! I'm intervening!
Sister Violet, let go of your brother!
At this pair, the structure is request, acceptance. Helen is struggling with her super kiss, and she cannot do it by herself to calm the kiss down. As a result, she requests her husband to help her. I need you to intervene. Bob answers with a happy face, as this is a chance for him to use his superpower by saying, "Okay, I'm intervening," and lifting both the table and his children up. Although Bob's help doesn't stop the mess, but his action is still an expected next act after the requesting of Helen. So this is a preferred response.
Where are you two going?
It's Wednesday.
Bowling night. Say hello to Honey for me, Lucius.
Well, we'll do. Good night, Helen. Good night, kids.
This is another request accept adjacency pairs. Helen asks Lucius to pass her greetings to his wife. Say hello to Honey for me, Lucius. After that, Lucius answers with a happy acceptance. Will do. So, this adjacency pair indicates preference structure. Hope that this video can be of great help for you to revise for your final exams. Thanks for watching.